I recently watched a movie. It's called Don't Look Up. It's a great movie. It's a dark comedy. Came out right in the beginning of 2022, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. Fantastic. I highly recommend you watch it. The movie is fairly simple and fairly funny. Well, tragically funny. It's about two scientists, astronomers, who discover that there's a huge asteroid heading towards Earth, and basically it's a direct hit, and the humans, they don't have much time to live, like a few months, and that's it. And there's nothing can be done. Well, humans can try something like blowing up into pieces and so forth. So they discover, they double check, they get very, very scared, and they run to the politicians, to the president of the United States, and to everyone to basically tell the truth to the media. And the politicians and the media basically trying to, they try to use that information to their own advantage, ridiculing the scientists, making money on them, and so forth. And there's a huge rally at the end. And this asteroid is clearly seen above in the sky. There's a huge rally and a concert, and the media, the government, they're pumping people up with the one single idea. Don't look up. There's nothing there. Don't even try. Don't look up. Look on the stage. Look on TV screens. Look at each other. But don't you ever look up. And all of a sudden, people, like one person looks up and sees a huge asteroid, runs home, and everyone looks up, and then they run home and basically to spend lost hours with their families. And the meteorite, the asteroid comes and hits the Earth, and boom, everyone's gone. But before it hits Earth, there's politicians and the media and the rich people, they have a private spaceship, and they board it, and they're off. They're alive. Well, I watched that movie with my wife Natasha on 1st of January 2022. And little did I know that movie was prophetic. Little did I know that almost entire 2022, we Russians would be asked first and then forced not to look up. Little did I know that. Howdy, everyone. Welcome to Inside Russia. My name is Konstantin. Streaming live, giving you updates on things happening in Russia, giving you my takes on them. Welcome to the stream, and thank you so much for coming. I'm going to be talking about a very sad topic for me. Hopefully, today will help you understand what has been happening in Russia for the past 8 years a little bit better. So, comes February 24th, 2022, and unthinkable happens. Russia attacks Ukraine. Russia invades Ukraine. Still trying to figure out why, but it happens. And everyone is in shock. Everyone is in pain. Everyone hurts. No one really understands what is going on, what is happening. And the government, it seems like the government is also in shock, and most government officials don't understand what happens in the first few days of this invasion. But then, a very interesting thing starts happening. People want to look up. They want to find out what really is happening. And at first, to be specific, on February 27th, two agencies, Russian attorney had Russia's head of prosecution general office issues a statement, please do not spread fakes. Remember that there will be a criminal punishment for spreading fakes about Russia's army's actions. And then also Rospotrebnadzor, there's a watchdog of all media in Russia, does the same thing. He reminds people basically not to ask questions, not to spread disinformation, but what it comes down to is asking questions and getting answers. So at first, they're asking us, please, do not look up. There's nothing for you up there to see. Nothing. Look straight. We are telling you everything you need to be told. We are showing you everything you need to be shown. Why would you look up? Don't look up. And surprise, surprise, many people in Russia, they don't look up. Why? Well, the government said not to look up. The government said just, the government said everything is all right. The government said, we're telling you everything that you need to know. Incredible. So, some people don't fall for this. Some people start looking up and they start thinking a little different from what the government says. And then you know what happens? The government comes out and says, oh, you still are trying to look up. We're going to make a law, actually a few laws, that regulate looking up. We're going to make a law that if you look up, no matter what you're going to see there, it doesn't matter. But the fact that you're looking up is a punishable offense, and you become a criminal right then, and you will be put to jail for a long time. And they come up with a new law very fast. Okay? So, no one looks up. What is looking up in Russia? What do you think? In my opinion, looking up is asking questions. Because actions in Russia by the Russian government, actions of the country towards Ukraine, and actions of the government inside towards people, towards itself sometimes, in many ways, actions don't make sense. And if you start asking questions, no one can answer you. Most questions are actually, we call it rhetorical. When you ask a question, you already know the answer. There's no need to be given an answer, okay? So, looking up in the movie, don't look up. In Russia, it's asking questions. Over 8 months, I have accumulated dozens, perhaps hundreds of questions. I made a few streams where I asked questions. I call them tough questions to Putin. Tough questions to Putin version 2.0, I've asked questions numerous times. I'm going to give you a few questions equivalent of looking up, okay? And no one has given me or anyone else answers to these questions. Instead, we are fed some kind of BS, and surprisingly enough, people of Russia, most people in Russia, they actually take it, taste it, chew it, and swallow it. The biggest question is, I don't understand why. But anyway, I want to give you a few questions, okay? The first question is as most tragic, okay? How many people died in Ukraine? Russian soldiers, Ukrainian civilians, and even Russian civilians, because the Russian city Belgrade has been affected. Okay, so how many people died altogether? What is so scary about the number that you are so afraid to give it to us? You have given us the exact numbers 3 times. Week number 1. Week number 5. And recently, in September 21st of September, 3 times. How many people have died? Okay. Most tragic answer. Why did rhetoric of Russian government of you changed? At first, when Russia started bombing Ukraine, very first 2 days, let me refresh your memory, my friends. Russian troops were not aiming Ukrainian troops, okay? They were giving Ukrainian troops chance to surrender. In radio, there were messages constantly broadcast towards Ukrainian army on a military channel saying, dear friends, please, do not fight us, do not resist. Just surrender, let us know that you surrender, and everything's going to be over in no time. You will go back to doing your duty very fast. And this attack was not aimed at the Ukrainian army. It was aimed at the nationalist so-called Nazis in Ukraine. And Russia needed to demilitarize Ukraine. Vladimir Putin said it himself many times. 2 goals: denazify, demilitarize. But Ukrainian army was not the enemy. Okay? All Russians wanted to change the so-called regime, the government, Ukrainian government, and that's it. Basically, Ukraine would go as it had been going. Okay? But then, 2 weeks later, it was obvious that that plan wasn't working, and Ukrainian troops, military, they started resisting fiercely because, hey, their country was being invaded, right? And then the rhetoric changed, and then Ukrainian military became enemy. So why did you change your rhetoric? Why were you saying one thing in the beginning, and then you started saying absolutely different thing? Why? Why do you lie so many times? What are those lies? Okay. One of the lies was, I just told you, the rhetoric changed. At first, Ukrainian military was fine, and then later it became enemies, it became Satanists, whatever, the bad guys. You didn't explain why there was such a change. You just changed your rhetoric, okay? Why? Vladimir Putin, you said himself on March 8th that there weren't any conscripts, Russian conscripts fighting in Ukraine. The very next day, your own Ministry of Defense came out and said that was a lie. They called you a liar. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Okay? We weren't explained why. We weren't explained perhaps you were misled. But then we needed to know who misled you because they're not professional. You don't mislead the president. And if you do, then you're going to pay for it dearly. Okay? No one's paid for it dearly. You know. Another lie. You said it yourself. On March 8th, there will be no mobilization, and the Russian army is capable enough by achieving all the goals by using professional, in Russia it's so-called contracted troops, contracted personnel. Yet, 6 months later, on September 21st, you yourself announced mobilization. And you know what? I understand that things can change. But somehow we're not explained. Somehow we're treated like we're stupid. You say one thing, and then sometime later you say completely different thing and you do completely different thing and you don't explain your actions. For example, an explanation like, hey folks, I told you that on in March, but you know what, I made a mistake. I was misinformed, I was misled by my intelligence or by my military or whatever, and now things are different. That's why we declare mobilization. That is an explanation. Instead, we're not given any explanation. And you act like you didn't say what you said on March 8th. Woo! Another good one. What were we doing near Kiev, trying to take Kiev in early days of the invasion, in February and March? So many people killed, Russians and Ukrainians. Vladimir Putin told us himself that Ukrainians are brothers and sisters, so many brothers and sisters were killed. So many civilian buildings were destroyed, so much of our infrastructure was destroyed in and around Kiev. And then all of a sudden, Russian troops had just left, retreated. End of March. The question is, why Kiev wasn't taken if you tried so hard? And why did you retreat? And if you retreated, why did you go and try in the first place? So many lives lost. What, are you crazy? Well, that's a question, is a very obvious question. You know, it's like looking up, but no one is looking up. Good question. Why did we start recruiting incarcerated people, prisoners, doing time in prisons? Question so avoided by everyone and not asked. I want to know. I need the answer. You know, another question is, at the very beginning, you are telling us that the two goals were to denazify and demilitarize. Who were the Nazis? How are they defined? Do they have to be members of Nazi party? Is there a Nazi party in Ukraine? How long they have to be members of the Nazi party? What kind of Nazi party is there? Do they have to be official members or simply sympathizers or what? None of that was given us. But that's hugely important. And what kind of a demilitarization took place in Ukraine? What exactly did you militarize? Why? Another question. If you don't like Nazis so much, and if you claim that Battalion Azov was full of Nazis, and Battalion Azov was captured, quite a few people, and lots of Russia's top propagandists and government officials were screaming, oh, those people must be prosecuted, you know, to the fullest extent of the law. Why 56 or so many people, the top leadership of Battalion Azov, was exchanged for Medvedchuk, a person connected to Russia's president? All of a sudden, you let Nazis go? Where's your logic? You know, I don't understand. None of us understand. Why don't you explain that? What, perhaps they weren't Nazis if you let them go and you hate Nazis so much? But why did you take them? Why did you capture them in the first place? Who are those people? This is October 22nd. And why today we are bombing Ukraine's civilian infrastructure as 7 months ago, you told us loud and clear that only military targets, civilian targets, not there. Now, you are bombing civilian infrastructure and publicly accepting and bragging about that. One of the top Russia's politicians comes out on TV and says that, yes, the civilian infrastructure needs to be destroyed so Ukrainians will freeze. They will flee their homes and they will freeze and they won't have access to electricity or water. So there will be pandemics and sicknesses, you know. Regular people. Where are the Nazis? Where's the demilitarization? Since when you started aiming at regular Ukrainians? Aren't they our brothers and sisters, like you said many times? What the hell are you doing? Another one. How is this possible that one of the top Russia Today's employees, actually the director for broadcasting in Russian language, publicly calls for Ukrainian children to be drowned in river rapids, and burned? How is this possible? What are you going to do with collapsing economy of the country? You keep on telling us that everything's fine. But all we have to do, we have to look up. Well, actually, not even looking up, but we have to look around. Okay? It's that bad. If we look around, we're going to be seeing problems. Economic problems everywhere. The signs are very visible. They're very clear. They're very big. What are you going to do with that? Why are you keep feeding us this lie that everything's going to be all right? It's not going to be all right. What are you going to do with the lost sales of Russia's natural gas and oil? How are you going to make up those revenues? You going to sell it to China and India, our new friends? Yeah, those friends are reaching out one hand to shake and have a knife behind their backs in their other hands. You consider those countries friends and you think that you're going to sell them oil and gas? Man, what's the last time you went to a doctor? You keep on feeding us this information about NATO. NATO is evil. NATO wants to get out and get us. We invaded Ukraine to secure ourselves from NATO. Oh, really? How about Finland and Sweden, the new NATO members? And how about increased border with NATO, direct border by thousands of kilometers? You telling us that is the increased security of Russia, and you expect us to swallow that? Why did you annex parts of Ukraine? What good does it make to my country, Russia? Did you ask us, the Russian citizens? Did you call for a referendum asking, we want to annex parts of Ukraine? Do you agree or not? Do you allow or not? Did you ask us? Why did you do that? What do you need those lands for? You publicly said that Russia's invasion was not about the land grab, and yet later you grabbed land. And what about those poor Ukrainians? Why are you forcefully evacuating them into Russia right now? Why don't you let them stay where they live, where they have lived for the past, I don't know, years? What's that for? My friends, I have many more questions. I can keep on going for another half an hour at least. The thing is, I hope you get the idea. These questions to us in Russia is like looking up in that movie. Good movie, funny, dark comedy. But you know what? When you project that movie onto our lives, it becomes not too funny. It becomes way more tragic. The most tragic part of it is not that we aren't allowed to look up. We're not. Obviously, we're regulated. But the most tragic thing is why most Russians aren't even trying to look up. I understand everything. Every single question that I asked before, I have an answer. Some of them are rhetoric questions, meaning by asking a question, you already have the answer. So I know the answers to everything, except perhaps how many Russians and Ukrainians died. No one really knows that, but, you know, one day we will find out the truth. But what I can't answer is why aren't Russians at least trying to look up and see what is really happening right there above them in the sky, where it's so visible, so obvious, so clear. Why aren't they doing that? Why aren't they even trying to look up? Thank you so much. This has been my, can't even say the message, but information for today. I hope you found it valuable. I hope you liked it. Thank you for coming. I would like to turn on the comments. Let me know what you think. Not your typical stream, you know. Use common sense, please. Respect the mods, respect the rules. The chat's on. Before I go, I must inform you that I have brand new tea. And this is different brand, and I like it very much. I have a brand new teapot I just picked up today. It's lovely. And I actually have two brand new teas, one from Scotland, one from Germany. And I recently bought Twinings, English breakfast. And for those who are interested, I will make a post in the Patreon and in sponsor section of this channel. I'll let you know what kind of tea I'm drinking. And it's pretty darn good. I like it so much. Can't believe it's on sale. Well, at least in few places here in Tashkent. There you go. I start looking at the comments. The usual suspects are here. I see right away. Pentium 100 megahertz. Hi, from Lithuania. Howdy, my friend. You becoming a usual suspect. Karino, Tim, Lorna, Mommy, Amir, Ferrari Guy, Ryan, Isabel, Timo, Frank, Blackad, Bob S, Harry, Yodi Racer, Brian, American Goal, Lori, and other usual suspects. Howdy, howdy. Great to see you. Thanks for coming back. Fantastic to have you. I'll start with answering a couple super chats from Agnes. Thank you so much. Czech Republic sending me love, and I'm sending you my love back. Thank you. Appreciate it. Gregory Florioli. Isn't the latest that Russia is fighting Satanists? I don't know what to answer you. Yeah, this is the latest. Russia is fighting Satanists. See, first it was fighting Nazis, demilitarizing, then protecting Donbass people, then fighting Ukrainian military, the bad guys, then now bombing civilian infrastructure, now fighting Satanists. Like cultists or something, I don't know. Gregory, thanks for the support. I don't know what to answer you. I'm ashamed. That deserves an in-depth explanation. I'm sure I will do that. You be sure of that. Howdy edited. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. If you want me to notice your message or question, please put it in caps and put inside Russia after @ so that way it'll be much easier for me to see it. Ohms, thank you. Don't Look Up was created due to the volatile political media propaganda sphere in the United States is still going through. Also universal themes. Well, I know, but Don't Look Up was made about Russia, okay? It turned out it was made about Russia, even more than about, this political media propaganda in the USA. Harry, howdy. Bob S. Mika, big howdy from Finland. Hello. Nenieb. Sorry. Hello, Kay, and all great stream today. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Brenda, thank you. Double dog there. Howdy. Berries tea. That's not berries. But you're come back to the sponsor section and you will see the picture of the tea that I'm drinking right now, and then I think you're gonna like it. Tea with brandy? No, never. I never drink tea with brandy. I don't like alcohol that much. It makes me feel not good next morning, I guess as I'm growing, I'm becoming more alcohol intolerant. I used to drink when I was younger. Squeegee64, I was just about to ask you if you actually didn't know the answers. I got worried there just for a sec. Well, the answers are obvious. I can give you the answer for every question for at least half an hour. I can be telling you in details every single answer, okay? Trust me, I have all the answers. American Goal, thank you so much for becoming the sponsor. Black Cat, I saw a question from Black Cat. Good news, everybody. You found the best best channel on YouTube. Thank you, friend. Excellent. Not sure if it's the best channel, but I'm trying. Rory Willis, thank you. Lots of love from England. Try Yorkshire tea. Well, Rory, it's a little different. It's not like I get into a supermarket in Tashkent, Uzbekistan, and I have this great tea selection at every store. I had to hunt this tea. There's a place called Exotic Foods. There's one place in the entire Tashkent, and they bring over foods that are truly exotic, and Uzbeks don't, try and buy them. But they're for diplomats, foreigners, tourists, and stuff like that. And then there are teas. Taylor's, there's German brand, and there's Irish. Is this Irish or Scottish? Forgive me, I forgot. But anyway, it's I buy everything, like every single good tea I get my hands on, and this is what happens. But this tea is, let me tell you, hands down, excellent. Excellent. Perfect. Just the way I like it. It's heavy, flavorful. It's like it leaves aftertaste in your mouth. Oh, so good. Thank you, Rory. I just saw a message. Someone was asking to put all what Nightbot says in caps, and I will do that today. So tomorrow you will see a brand new updated Nightbot with caps. PL Demery Gray, I'm glad to hear that you found good tea. That's nice, Omen. Yes, indeed. Thank you. Steve Smith, thank you so much. Pride come before the fall may explain a lot. If you want very, very simple explanation, it's a power grab by very few people and hanging on to power. It has nothing to do with anything else. Money, pride, public good or whatever. It's just power and hanging on to power at any means. That's what it's all about. Very simple. Kelvin, thank you so much for becoming a sponsor. Appreciate. Welcome. Snail Kicker. Very courageous message. You might want to start testing UT for polonium. Well, we're all gonna die one day. It's just the question is how we live. I try to live the way that I'm honest with myself. I am honest with my children, with my parents, with my mom, and I try to live the way that they are proud of me. And if I die of polonium, well, we're all gonna die one day. Luke, thank you so much. How did the Russian population become so depoliticized? Luke, good question. Very deep question. I've been working on a video on that. It's not easy. Just give me some time. But it's really a tragedy of Russian people. Because when you become, when you just, we don't care about the politics starts caring about you. And that's what happened. It seems they just don't care what the government does as long as it doesn't affect them too much. Well, it affects them too much, way too much, and they still don't care. And that's what I don't understand. Well, I kind of understand that, but it's tragical, So thank you so much for support, Luke. As usual, you are a serial super chatter, but I will answer this question in more detail when I have a chance. SD, thank you, $21. Nikki moved again. Will you possibly to change scenery and sample refugee elsewhere? SD, thank you. I am not going to give too much of my personal plans. Someone just said about polonium, and I really wouldn't want, although I'm not really afraid, but I wouldn't want to end up like that. So please keep on tuning in. Thank you for your support, and I think you get it. I think you spot on things. Here. Thank you for support. No message, but this message is pretty powerful. Yes. Arjan. Constantine, you are trying to understand the maniac. Read the Wikipedia article. Thank you so much. Not a question. Point taken. Thank you. Daz says nice. Howdy from England. Howdy from Uzbekistan, Linda. Rob, GRT. Have you tried PG Tips English tea? PG Tips. Sounds awful familiar. If it's a brand, no. But I think it's kind of tea. I had a present a friend got me from Ceylon. From not from Ceylon. Yeah, from Ceylon. Sri Lanka is Ceylon, right? Same thing. So anyway, from Sri Lanka, different kinds of teas, and there was like silver tips, and then I think there was something like PG tips or something like that. So I tried that. I tried different kinds, and it was fantastic. So hopefully I answered your question. Sam K, glad to see you're well again from your cold. You know, it was a very strange cold. It lasted for 24 hours, and then I recovered very, very quickly. I had runny nose, and I was sneezing, nose sore throat, and it was like very quick thing. I don't freak of nature or something. I'm sorry, but this is one good tea. Right after the stream, I'm gonna post a picture of what I'm drinking. Chad, hello from South Dakota. You know, I'm raving about tea, and most of Americans probably don't understand me because you drink coffee, not tea, and you're not big tea drinkers. But the English people, you know, Scots, Irish, we're on the same page. Love tea. Ask Camp House, howdy. Mark, hello from Ohio. Hot Mess, hi from Canada. Karen Vasseur, howdy. Brianna B, great to see you. Cookie Bombay, all are good questions any reasonable person should ask. Yep, thank you. I agree. Have, here. Didn't you just, yeah, second super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support, and this time, this is the question. Hi, Constantine. I'm the guy who's fixing your interview. Oh, I see. Thank you so much. Looking forward to hearing that. It's pretty much finished. We'll send it to you shortly. Great message today, by the way. Thank you so much. I messed up on that interview. Well, I messed up not on the interview, on interview too, because I think I was too pushy or whatever, but sound was terrible. But thank you so much for fixing it. MZ, Carms, welcome to Inside Russia. Welcome. Thank you for becoming the sponsor. Airborne Snail, as always, from Sweden. Leslie Fleming, howdy. Trisha, hey yo. Lars Henrik is here. Scott Nesbitt. Blackhead, you such a great addition to, the mod team. You know, I really enjoy reading your messages. Funny and so lighthearted. Are you going to do a tutorial? Not sure. Jim, I think I'm just a novice in tea thing because every person from the UK knows so much more about tea than I do, and such a better expert than I am. Iri Salminen, thank you so much for saying hi and howdy. Sending my love to Finland. Hope, I know who you are. Name so long I won't even dare to say it. Wheeling and dealing. Oh, that's easy. With Willie 5. Hi, Constantine. Just got here for the last few minutes, but got what you're talking about. It's difficult for a lot of countries to try to figure out why Russians don't fight back. I don't know. A good start would be just to start asking questions, okay? Because if you start asking questions, a lot of things, they appear in a different light, so to speak, under a different angle, okay? You start catching lies. And then your next question is, wait a second, why are you lying to us? And I think that as soon as the government understands that the majority of people are aware and are ready to act, the government will cease doing whatever it's doing because it'll know the danger. That's all. Ricky Torres, thank you. I try not to laugh, but Russian soldiers were looking for Nazis in Ukraine. Well, thanks for the message. Thanks for the support. Christian, greetings from Denmark. Howdy. Sharon from Australia. Hello, hello. Palvier Flex. Problem is the people in charge only look down and back. That's part of the problem. Okay, it's not just people in charge, but regular people are also responsible. We bear the collective responsibility here in Russia, every single Russian. When people say, well, we're not responsible for what the government is doing. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. You know, don't feed me that crap that we're not responsible. Did we go and vote? Oh, most of you didn't go and vote. Well, how does that not make you responsible? Okay. Were you involved in politics? Were you aware of what every single candidate stands for? Oh, you weren't? Well, how's that? That doesn't make you responsible, you know, not responsible. John, thank you so much. Howdy from inside Russia. Florentina, thank you. Tarmo, why isn't my Russian wife in Estonia looking up? You asking me? Josephine, welcome to Inside Russia. Thank you so much for coming. I think you were a sponsor before. I think you're just renewing. Am I right? Panda, howdy, howdy. David C. Guy L. What the fudge? Brian, I have missed a few of your chats, but I really enjoy the freedom in your speech. Well, there's certainly more freedom now. Julie, people here in the US need to look up also. I think they do. I think it's very, very healthy to look up anywhere that you are in, not just in Russia. Because if you're not looking up, then whatever is out there, they're going to come down. It's going to come down and land right on your heads. Amir, thank you for gifting 5 people the sponsorship. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Daniel De Silva, hello, my friend. Unfortunately, I believe it'll take tens of thousands in the street of Moscow and St. Petersburg, and time is running out. Well, they were tens of thousands before, even hundreds of thousands. Don't see much of a change. I was there quite a few times. I'll give you a little secret, you know. I actually did a stream. Well, I did a couple videos, not streams. Or one stream. No, I think I did videos. You'll go back and see my videos from the protests. Black Cat also gifted sponsorship to 5 people. Thank you so much. Thank you, Black Cat. Thank you. Mark, howdy, howdy from Jacksonville, Florida. Weather perfect 75. A little cooler here in Uzbekistan. It was 68, 69, but still not bad. Nice in the sun. Golden Griffon, thank you so much. Another informative stream. Well, I'm very glad. I'm very, very glad. Thank you. I appreciate it. Samsa Solman. At Finnish language, we have word called da-da-da-da-da. I won't even try to say that. It means that I feel shame because of someone or something. I think you feel it now. Very much so. In Russia, we say it's a Spanish shame. When you're ashamed for someone or for something. And that's what I'm feeling. I have been feeling since February 24th, basically. Okay. Yep. Spanish shame. Jason Carney has gifted 10 people gift of sponsorship. Thank you so very much. 10 more people will find out what kind of tea I'm drinking right now. And it's a very special, rare tea. I've never seen it before, you know. One more sip. Good, good, good. Ironwood Workman is here. Oh my goodness. My friend, where have you been hiding? Hello, can you see me or have I been banned again? Who banned you? Tell me, who banned you? I'll ban him. No, you're not banned. I'm seeing your message loud and clear. Great to have you back. Thank you for coming back. Life. Next step will be to find ghosts. Yep. And again, I'm ashamed. Ispansky stid. Wow, this stream is quite honest. What is the major reason to do such content? What do you mean? That's how I feel. That's what I feel. That's why I do this content. I just don't understand why people not looking up. I'm shedding the light on that. That's all. I don't understand. You're saying it's quite honest. Why are you doing this honest contest? What do you want me to lie? Luke, the serial super chatter. Thank you again. Many economists speculate that the world will drop into a depression soon if the West stops caring about Russia-Ukraine conflict. Could you consider a stream on this? As always, mate, all the best for you and your family. Thank you, Luke. I didn't quite understand. Many economists speculate that the world will drop into a depression soon if the West stops caring. So if the West doesn't stop caring about Russia-Ukraine conflict, the world will not drop into a depression. Or if the world drops into depression and the West stops caring about Russia-Ukraine conflict. Well, it's an easy answer to this question. If something terrible or bad economically happens in the USA, in Germany, I don't know, in Australia, in England, people will certainly care less about what is happening outside of their countries, and they will care more about what's happening inside. But I doubt they will stop caring about Russia's Ukraine conflict, because how can you stop caring about that? That's what humanity is all about. Joanna Woods, thank you so much for your message. No message, but this is pretty powerful message. Thank you. Judith Moody, same thing. Thank you for no message, but message. Just a girl. What do you think about reports that Uzbek nationals are receiving mobilization orders in Russia? Well, I think that's BS, because if you're not a citizen of Russia, uh, what are the reasons to mobilize you? It's like I'm a tourist in the United States in a draft in America, and they draft me. On what basis? But if those Uzbek nationals have Russian citizenship, then of course they're subjects to mobilization just like anyone else who is a Russian citizen. So that's to answer your question. Have a puppy? Howdy. Have you listened to Vlad Vexler on YouTube? He's a Russian philosopher. He does in-depth analysis of his mother country. You and Vlad have taught me about this situation. I have listened. I've watched few videos of Vlad. He is absolutely fantastic guy. And it's scary because pretty much most everything that I heard from him, it's like he read my mind. Okay. And some things I did videos before he did. Okay. So I came up with some things before him, but it's like he does the same thing. He thinks the same way on many, many topics. I've seen few videos, not too many, because I've been busy with my channel. I don't watch anyone anymore. Just on the topics of the streams that I do, I try to research information, and that's pretty much it. So again, Vlad Vexler is definitely worth watching. He's great guy. Holy B, thank you so much for great support. What are your thoughts on the dam that is being threatened? Love your channel and insight on this topics. Thanks from Florida. Holy, this is a very tragic situation if they blow up dam. It's gonna cause so much damage to the environment, to nature, to people, to economy. If you have decency left, you will not do that. That's my attitude, okay? You just don't do that. You don't blow up dams. You don't blow up electric stations so people are left without electricity. You don't blow up water treatment plants so they're left without water. You just don't do that. I don't know what else to tell you. I hope they don't blow it up. Blackhead, love this channel and the people are keep being great. Yes, I agree. Thanks for the support. Bruce is here. Howdy, howdy. Read Lorna's message above with the red light. Okay. It's really difficult. There you go. You missed a super sticker earlier from Dirk. He feels left out. Oh no. Let me go back. I see message from sponsor Faith Russard. Looking for Dirk's super sticker. Melissa. Howdy, howdy. President of Russia. Jason Carney. I cannot go higher than that. I'm sorry. But Lorna, anyway, thanks for telling me. And Dirk, thank you so very much. You're a very special member of the channel. You know that. Thank you, Dirk. I think you, Lorna, Mommy, Golden Griffon, EMS Paramedic, Beach Bomb Bob, you've been since, I think, day one, weren't you? So you're not usual suspects. You're beyond that. I gotta come up with a name for you. Peter Alders, thank you, Konstantin, for president. Oh, have no desire to be a president whatsoever. As a great man said, let no party oppress another again. Nelson Mandela. Thank you, Brian. Mark, would you consider a career in politics if the opportunity arose? Well, currently, a career in politics is a death sentence because if you go into politics in Russia and oppose the current powers to be, and you become popular, then you're dead. Then I would worry about polonium and tea and stuff like that. Never say never, but generally, I'm not a politician. I'm not, never been interested, never been involved as a politician professionally, just a voter, and that's it. So, probably not, but never say never. '59, I marry 59. Finally, a post from Zangief in Russia. Gotta see it. James Weddle, you spoiled the movie for us now. I thought everyone watched it. Michael Sullivan, think I'm sponsored, but who knows? Judging from your name, the sponsors are given different colors. So far, you're not a sponsor. Me Star, hi, I'm from the UK. No one wants to attack you and your people, but your leader tells you. I know that. I know that. Thank you. But I know that. I've been telling that for the past 8 months, I thought we're going forward over the last 20 years. We're all the same. We need to eat and work. Yes, I know. That's actually the exact reason that I started Inside Russia, just to tell the world that we here in Russia are absolutely same. Well, I thought we were absolutely same. Not as people in the world, we had same needs, values, and so forth. Now I'm kind of confused. Now I'm just going through a transformation, a big one too. BL Pirog, thank you. It seems like a lot of Russians are prone to dictatorship. Many think the law should be lying about military is a good thing. Destroying their own free speech, government can lie or be wrong. You know what? I disagree with that. I think that I didn't see that many who support the law about lying about spreading fakes about military. I didn't see that many people. Actually, I didn't see one person. The ones who are just some people just indifferent to that law, but I didn't see anyone supporting it. Quite a few were against it. Jamie Baird, thank you so much. They are the founding suspects. Thank you. The usual suspects, and they are the founding suspects. Yes. Thank you so much. Excellent message. The Bob, I'm watching time. Fact checker, greetings from Las Vegas. Well, it's great to have fact checker on my channel. Please check fact. Please check facts here. Everything that I say, please check. Joy is saying hi to Zangief. Vasya is here. Did not see him, but Vasya, welcome. Ronald, how's Alexander doing, Constantine? Well, this is, I keep track on Alexander. I cannot tell you much about him. I'd rather him tell you himself about what he has been, how he has been doing. So this is not my story. I hope that very soon he will be able to actually tell you on his channel, on my channel. I don't care, but he's doing. So far, so good. Hopefully, soon he will be doing much, much better. There's a development story there. Joao, we are already in a depression. Haven't you looked around? Are you talking about the economy or regular depression? Please specify. Lorna, I'm seeing, so you're the second person sending me message. So, Constantine, please look up. I'm looking up. Oh, that's Dirk's message. That's Dirk's super sticker. Thank you, Dirk. Thank you so much again. Agnes, love you all. Constantine, thank you. Mods, thank you. Tea for everyone. Thank you so much, Agnes. Thank you. I appreciate it. Great to see you here. Great to see you every day. Thank you for the support. Thank you. How to say in Czech? Děkuji moc. Welsh Toro. The major countries of the West will not forget about the conflict. I think so too. This is a matter of global system. I agree. Sometimes it's hard to stay human. I guess that's a purpose of our lives, to actually figure out a way how to stay human. Brian, thank you for your message. Crystal, I had an idea for reverse propaganda. What about a Telegram channel where you translate some of your viewers' messages to Russians? I wish more could know that Russophobia is a lie. Crystal, very, very noble suggestion and a very noble idea, but I will not do that for one simple reason. My channel will be small and insignificant. There are dozens, perhaps hundreds of Russian channels on Telegram that tell the truth. They are run by professional reporters, professional journalists who have fled Russia, who have been forced to leave. And they keep on doing their reporting, but like living in a different country, like in the Baltics or in Czech or Poland. So I can't compete with them. It's just me, just by myself. And they have large like newspapers, radio stations that were closed in Russia, but then they reopened someplace else. So I will not do that because Russians have access to everything they need to know. My channel is about what I know. I know people of the West, and I try to bridge Russia to the West. I try to show that some Russians are still human. Some Russians have emotions, feelings, they have the same values and so forth, Common sense, howdy. Seeing your message, I remember I missed quite a few of them. Have Russian men lost their self-perseverance, so they're responsible for overthrown lays of the Russian women? Didn't get the question. What is perseverance? So they're responsible for overthrown lays with the Russian women? Yeah, it's what kind of question is that? The responsibility of straightening Russia lays with Russian citizens. Inside Russia, abroad, when men, women, you name it. You don't have to be inside Russia to actually do good for Russia. Okay, trust me on that, I know. Stereophonics mom, my grandmother is from Spain. Can you explain Spanish regret? I don't know if there is such a word in English. In Russian, испанский стыд. That's a normal word, you know. I don't know how to explain it, but when you feel ashamed for someone, that's what you say. I mean, it's not an insult or anything like that. It's a normal word. I wish seeing Steven Seagal conscripted. Well, he's a Russian citizen. He might. Damien De Silva, $7. How can we let Russian speakers know that we, the world, are with them, but against the Cosa Nostra? You are letting it know. You are letting it know. There are quite a few Russian speakers here. They're seeing messages. They're seeing your reactions. Trust me, it's in the works. Mark Edwards, have you listened to the journalist Julia Loffe? If so, would you agree with her interpretation of recent Russian geopolitics and history? I'm afraid I have not. No, not yet. I've heard the name, it's on the list, but I have not heard yet. Look up at Lorna. Okay. Lorna is a Jedi, and Mommy is also a Jedi. Absolutely. Lynn McQuillan, thank you. Leslie Fleming. You need to have a good VPN. That won't fail you. If you're inside Russia discussing this, no, Leslie. You don't need a good VPN because look, you're out there. I'm out there. I'm a public person. Everyone knows who I am. Everyone knows my name, where I live. Everyone has access to social media and stuff like that. And then the Russian government, if they need to get me, they know how to find me, in Russia, just like that. But I'm outside of Russia, so if I'm inside Russia, VPN does not. They don't go to see my IP address. They just take a picture of my face and run software, face recognition software, and says, "Oh, this is the person. That's his passport. That's his driver's license. Boom, boom, boom. That's his record right there." It's VPN. I mean, give me a break. Enjoy every minute. Thank you. Praying for you. We're all brothers and sisters for peace. Thank you so much. And this tells me that it's time to wrap up today's stream. I hope you found it interesting. Thank you. Nightbot is getting a little anxious. I see that it's informing me that time is up. Thank you. Nightbot, I wonder if you act on your own. Perhaps you're intelligence, artificial intelligence. Perhaps not. Yes, we do have an expression for that in Spanish. Vergüenza ajena. Okay. All right. My friends, as usual, end of the stream, so please join me in prayer. Let's pray. Let's send some wishes, and good energy, good vibes to people and countries, in events, and everyone. Dear God, thank you so much for giving us this day. Thank you for putting food on our tables and putting roofs over our heads. Thank you for surrounding us with the loved ones and surrounding, uh, putting loved ones around us and us around loved ones. Please help our children, keep them safe and healthy, and give us wisdom to raise them the way that they will grow adults and make this world a better place. We'll never ever engage into a war with each other. Dear God, please stop the bloodshed in Ukraine. Reach out to people who can make this decision and touch their hearts and souls and heads and eyes in a way that you know how to touch, so they will understand this tragedy that has happened and they will make a decision to stop it. Please touch the world leaders. Same thing, reach out and touch their hearts, fill them with love, mercy, compassion. Give them forgiveness, make their hearts softer so they make a decision to stop this. Help everyone who's been affected in Ukraine. Give them strength, give them recovery, give them answer their prayers, because you are the only you know what can help those people. They've been going through such a terrible tragedy. I am finding it hard to explain in words how to ask for them. So please answer their prayers and make their wishes come true. Please send angels to every single person who's in Ukraine to keep everyone out of harm's way. So not one single drop of blood is shed anymore. Help those who are helping Ukrainians, opening their hearts, wallets, doors. God bless them. Please help my country, Russia. Please help an army of strongest angels with sharpest swords, led by Saint Michael in shining armors, to get rid of the demons that have hijacked my country. Make it run by the angels, make it righteous again, please. Please help everyone who is fleeing, leaving places of their residence, fearing for their lives. Please send help to those people. Please help all the pregnant women who are trying to make a decision whether to keep baby or not. Reach out and touch their hearts so they make the right decision. And please surround them with help from their loved ones. I would like to pray for peace in general. We are so exhausted, so tired, and so traumatized by conflicts and wars that are taking place right now. We need peace. Please do what you think that you know needs to be done so peace is achieved, negotiated between Russia and Ukraine and other countries are also in peace. Because, dear God, we just need a break. It's been a very tough time, and we just need a break. Please send us peace and put all those buttons, red buttons, that control nuclear bombs on their safest locks, so not one single human being has access to those buttons. Please protect them with your strongest angels, with your hands. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to come and pray together in this community. Thank you so much. Um, Please help everyone who is praying right now and or watching us pray. Make their wishes come true and the prayers answered. I would like to mention a few people who need help. They are Rafaela From, her daughter Anna, Priscilla, Michelin, King Nero, Gaby Hyman, Martin, Joanne, Donald, Allison, Dave Moyers, I Found Waldo, Liz, Deborah, Isabel Ligo, Janice Burgess, and Maureen M. and her sister, Ariana, Terry Scrugg, Bruce, Kayleen, Michael, Thomas, Tony, Jessica, Minutes to Midnight, Sandra Workman and her husband Rod, Mr. Hanson, Heidi Howitz, Golden Griffin, Geeky's Granddad, Terry Carter, Carol Reed, Robert Morgan's sister, Jacob, who has bad addiction, Umel and Jennifer, Ian, Bruce friend Andrea, Rob, MTG Gaming Bob, Ashley and family, Angelic Cat Life, Casmision, Matt, Mr. Dean Spooner, in his church called Our Savior Lutheran Church, Barry Reading, sister Leslie Fleming, cancer fighter, Adam Oliver, Elena Natasha, Jake, Michael, Oля, Dasha, Sky, Bonnie, Igor and Galina, Buzz, Jean-Paul, Paula, Janine, Michael, Milkowitz, Marlene, Fiona, Susan S., Madeline, Narnian Lady, Steve, Ellen, Freddie, Sabrina, Felicia, Paul Binns. Thank you for Black Cat is back with us. Cindy, Preaches, Father, Mallory M., Dirk Misler and his father, May Scott Nesbitt's sister, rest in peace, Just Terry, Brittany S., Lars Henrik, Leanne Hankins, Bridget Apley, Hannah, and her children, Richard Burris, James Rhodes, Ace, Angelica at Life, Scan's family, grandson, Grace and Barb, CS 2216, and daughter Lori, China Bill, Brian McManus, Verlinda Allen Sneeze, and Harry's son. Thank you, dear God, our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. Something happens when I pray quite a few times. It's either, all of a sudden, running nose out of nowhere, or just, bad connection, or stream ends and things like that. But we pray anyway. My friends, thank you so much for coming for another stream. Thank you for giving me a chance. I appreciate it. I'll see you tomorrow with another message. And Carthago delenda est.